Intangible assets. So there are three categories within intangible assets. One is brand. You look at a brand and you are like, I want to go with this brand only. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to trust any local brand. I want to go with this brand and I want to buy products only of this brand. So that's also a moat for them. So they have created this brand in the market, in the mind, in your mind, in the consumer mind, in which, because of which they're able to sell more and more, right? Patents. Yeah, they've got some patents and regulatory license. Example is there. Dettol, Fevicol, Gillette, Coca-Cola brands, right? I'll talk about Dettol versus Savlon in session number 8. But yes, right now that there are other antiseptic liquids apart from Dettol, but how many people are using it? Right? There are other adhesives apart from Fevicol, but how many people are using it? Gillette, Coca-Cola. I mean, I mean, if you want to have some soft drink which is black, you'll have Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Maybe you have two options. No, not apart from that. Yeah, no matter how good other brand might be in terms of quality and taste or whatever, you will like, I'm fine with this. I mean, I trust this brand. Yeah. Patents, pharma companies. Most of the pharma companies, they have got patents on the drugs, on the medicines they sell out, right? Once they get this patent usually is for 20 years. For 20 years, the competition cannot break in. And 20 years is a good enough time to make that money. Right? So patent, when you have a patent, again, you have a moat, you have a competitive advantage compared to the other players in the industry. Yep. Next, regulatory license, tolls. Toll, very you pay when you are driving the car and you're paying the toll. So the company which has got that toll license, that's a moat. They don't have to fear about, okay, what if someone else comes and replaces me? No, they have got a license from the government for a very long period, and they know they will keep on making money, right? Credit rating agencies, CRISIL, ICRA, CARE, all these, like hardly 4 or 5 agencies in India, and it's very tough to get that license. Since they have got the license, they have got a moat. Now, again, everyone, please note, don't take any of the company names I'm taking here as a tip. Don't go on Monday and start investing in CRISIL, ICRA, CARE, or whatever the companies I'm talking about. Please don't do that. See, you have been doing this for your entire life so far. Now you're doing SMEP. Please learn to be a thorough and proper investor. Don't look for tips. Session number 4 pe hai abhi hum. There is like more than half the journey still left. Let it get over. Your perspective will alter completely. It will transform. So please don't look at tips. Don't go and invest in any of these companies, because after 2 sessions you'll be like, oh, I invested in this company two weeks back after SMEP session number 4, and now SMEP session number 6 proves that this is not a good company. Why? Because looking at moat is just one parameter. It's just one parameter. It's not the only thing you have to look at. So don't get influenced that this company has got a moat, so it must be a good company, let me go and invest. No, having moat is good to have, but it is not enough to have. So please don't invest on tips. At least for next 1.5 months, control yourself. Stop investing on tips. 1-1.5 mahine baad jo karna, right? So rating agencies. Apart from that, we have telecom companies. You know how tough it is to get telecom license. That's why we have such few people. It's also one of the reasons is also that the investment is huge, right? But apart from that, getting a license itself is very tough. Only Mukesh Ambani could afford that kind of investment and license after so many years of telecom industry being present in India, right? Jio came, and exchanges and NSE, BSE. Right? So again, I'm not saying it's not possible for others to get the license, but it is very difficult to get the license. Be it in a stock exchange, be it a telecom company, be it a rating agency, or be it a toll plaza. Right now, look at this point: low cost products. Now again, I want to clarify, low cost means what here? Low cost does not mean it is sasta compared to other competition. If you look at Dettol, it is most likely the most expensive antiseptic liquid compared to any other liquid in the market. If you look at Fevicol, it is probably the most expensive adhesive compared to any other adhesive in the market, because all other are local products and these are brands. Gillette blades are probably the most expensive compared to any other blade in the market, right? Then why am I calling it low cost product? Because it is low cost compared to your entire household expenses. This forms a very small part of it, and that adds to the moat. Let me repeat. How much money, let's say you are spending, we saw in session number 1, how much expenses are there for a family of 4 today, including all the expenses you have in a year, divided by 12. The figures I got was anywhere between 1 lakh to 2 lakh for 90% of the people here, right? For a family of 4, right? Let's say you're spending 1 lakh rupees per month in your household expenses, everything including your children's tuition fees and your income tax and everything including 1 lakh rupees you're spending. Out of 1 lakh rupees, the amount you spend on Dettol and Fevicol and Gillette and Coca-Cola is very small. Yeah. And that adds to the reason that you don't care much about other products. You're like, I'm clear about this brand, that this brand is good. It's okay, they are charging 5, 10, 15 rupees more than the other local brand, but I'm ready to pay for that 10 rupees, 15 rupees extra. Why? Because in my overall cost of my household expenses, this is a very small portion. It's all psychological thing. Just think about it. Let me give you one example. Let's say you are taking your child to a supermarket, and he looks at Coke, and he's like, I want to have this Coke. That Coke can is costing, let's say, 40 rupees. There's another can, another soft drink can next to it. The name of that can is that product, let's say Tanatan Cola. One is Coca-Cola, one is Tanatan Cola. And that Tanatan Cola, same volume, same quantity of that cola is 30 rupees. Which one will you buy for your child? Coca-Cola or Tanatan Cola? Tell me in the comment box, in the chat box. Which one will you buy for your child? Coca-Cola or Tanatan Cola? Tanatan Cola is coming 10 rupees cheaper. Huh? Yeah, I know none. It's not good for health. But let's say you're buying for your child. What will you do? Obviously Coca-Cola. Everyone is saying Coca-Cola, right? Let me give you another situation. Ek situation aur dete hain. Your child is, let's say, 15, 16, 18 years old, and he or she is like, Dad, Mom, I want to buy a mobile phone. Get me a mobile phone on my birthday this time. And you're like, okay, fine, let's go. You go to a showroom, and which has got like all the brands available there. And your child is like, I want to buy an iPhone, which is costing 70,000 rupees. Yeah? And you are like, why do you need an iPhone? I mean, what's the utility? Well, you can buy a Samsung also, even that's a good phone, right? But it will come for 35K instead of 70K. It will come for 35K. Now, does that mean, I mean, in case of Coca-Cola, you love your child. You're like, why should I, risk my child's health on Tanatan Cola? Let me spend 10 rupees more and get him Coca-Cola. Though both are not healthy, but in terms of which is a smaller devil, let's go with Coca-Cola. But here your love has come down, is it? Now you don't love your child as much. Now you're like, oh, why are you buying 70,000? Buy 35,000. No, it's not about that you don't love your child. It's about 70 or 35,000 is a big amount in your monthly household expenses. Think about it, psychology. Why are you convincing your child to buy a Samsung instead of a iPhone? Because the cost of iPhone is a huge, significant amount in the overall expenditures which you do every month. So iPhone has got a moat in terms of switching cost. But if you tell me the cost in terms of being a low cost product, wahan pe wo nahi hai. They don't have that moat. You're getting my point? Why I'm trying to explain why these Dettol, Fevicol, Gillette, Coca-Cola keep on building more and more revenues, and they keep on growing, because people don't care much about the pricing of these products compared to other products, because they are low cost products compared to the overall household expenses you have.